Got it.
Hello and welcome into episode 4 of the Flight Crew, here brought to you by the Flyover. I'm Anthony Bellomo, and I'm here with my co-host.
And I'm Lauren Moran.
And we're here with a very special guest today.
I am Emma Slade. I am on the Stonehill women's soccer team, and I am a senior.
Woohoo!
Very nice. So, how about you start off?
Okay. So Emma, how's the transition been from, this is like the hot topic question that everyone's been asking athletes, but
Constant question.
D2 to D1.
Yeah.
What has the transition been like for you personally as an athlete?
Yeah. So out of our entire team, obviously our senior class has been with the Division II program the longest. So I think for us, it was probably the most difficult because we were familiar with that whole D2 process. We knew our conference familiar. We had rivals. So I think that whole transition was an unfamiliar place, and we were always told we're going to be known as this underdog team. Everyone's going to have they're going to be like this easy win. And I think the thing that we proved through this season was that we're not. We came from a good D2 conference. The difference between this conference and the NE10 wasn't as big as we thought, and everyone put it out to be. So I think we shocked and made the most of our appearance, knowing that we couldn't make playoffs. We still
Technically did though.
Yeah, we technically did make playoffs.
Seriously.
But couldn't participate.
Boo.
I think I'm just unbelievably proud of how this team kind of fought back with the adversity we knew we would face. So it was pretty awesome to see that.
Yeah, obviously you guys ended the year with a great winning streak there.
Yeah.
How was that? Because obviously there was some ups and downs throughout the season, and then how did it kind of come about to end the season so strong?
Our last 3 games were incredible. We knew we had a night game on the turf. We played Howard, which was awesome. We won that 1-0, and just the atmosphere that night was awesome. The next day was our senior day, which we were playing St. Francis Brooklyn, a team that we kind of knew that we're okay, we can beat this team. We went in a little shaky. Next thing you knew, we came out with a really good win. And then FDU, our last big win, no one picked us to win that game. It was kind of I was on the field and I'm I'm getting the chills. I don't know. I've played soccer for 17 years and I don't know why I'm getting the chills.
I got the chills.
Oh, yeah.
Truly.
But I think we're a very good second half team and second end of the season team, which I've seen over the past 4 years is we're a team that kind of never gives up, and it's kind of how our coaching staff kind of makes us, and we get this, I don't know how to say, but we get this sort of vibe toward the end of the season, yeah, we're underdogs, doesn't matter. We go into every single game, every single practice being okay, let's prove people wrong. So I think that's how by the end of the season we're okay, let's just keep proving people wrong. So I guess we hopped on that bus and kind of kept on going until we couldn't anymore.
You guys ruined FDU's day.
Oh,
that was
for sure.
So does that make you guys the NEC champs?
I know we are that technically.
Technically. Also, you tied the America East.
We did tie America East conference, so
you came out on top of 2 conferences. What a D1 year!
I know.
Wow.
It's I
That
can't
has to be
even
the
put it
first
into
time
words.
ever, right?
Yeah, that's got to be a first time
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Different conference championships.
Seriously, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. Stonehill, who would have thought?
So other than, you were talking about the feeling of FDU, but is there another game that even if you lost that game, that really sticks out to you that defined your Division I career?
So we knew that Central Connecticut 4-time NEC champion. So we knew they're going into there okay, this team's amazing. All those players on that team are amazing. And I think we knew in that game it was going to be a tough game no matter what. And the one thing that I was so surprised about was by the end of the game, we were all no one played bad. That was a game where we were all okay, we got beat by good players, and that's where you kind of appreciate the game of soccer. Is okay, yeah, they were good. So it was that whole thing. And I think leaving that field, we were okay, yes, we lost, but we didn't lose like throughout ourselves. Like everyone stayed positive, everyone was supportive, and that's kind of like the biggest win you can kind of take out of a loss in a scenario. So I think that was like a game where we showed our true colors and kind of implemented that aura we had throughout the season. So that was impressive. So I really liked that game.
Yeah.
Didn't like the outcome, but liked how we kind of played that.
I mean, do you think that also played a factor into how you guys ended your season? Like just seeing the results of that?
Knowing that we can compete and sometimes it's not our day is the thing that's like, okay, like you can't give up because we know we're good and we know we can be with these teams. So
how was you guys went out to Colorado as well, right? How was that trip?
So I went out to Colorado before for nationals when I was in club soccer and absolutely loved Colorado. It was awesome. So we played Adams State, which there were Division II teams out there. And soccer down there is different, man. That's a different level of elevation, hard breathing, all of that. So we got a win there. We went 1-1. We had a win and a loss. But that was an amazing experience. Team bonding, everything like that. For a freshman to travel with, they were all like jaw drop. So it was awesome to see because my freshman year we went to Florida. That was an awesome experience. So just to travel with the team cross country for like a week is just, especially early on in the season, it kind of set the tone, got a good vibe for the team. So it was cool.
Nice.
So you talked about playing club soccer. How long have you been playing soccer in total?
17 years.
Wow.
Oh my God. Like
I'm 22, so I'm older.
Old. Okay.
Grandma.
Seriously.
Me, so.
So kind of thinking back to your youth days, what was like, is there like a core memory of like, like the little days when you were playing like magnet ball, all you traveling around? For
sure. I think the best memory I had when I was like younger playing soccer, I'd be like middle school. It was like kind of the in-between stages of like taking soccer seriously and having fun. And I think at that age, you're just like, you play the game strictly because you love it. And like, you can't take that away from a young girl. So I think when I was just like going to like random fun camps and doing all of that, it was just an amazing experience. My middle school soccer team was pretty good, and to see most of those girls now play college soccer. So it's interesting to look back and be like, oh my gosh, like all those girls, we just played because we liked it and we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we're all off doing kind of what everyone dreams of doing. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What was it like being one of the first Division I captains here at Stonehill?
Honestly, when my coach told me a captain, I was like, oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was not really expecting it. I was more of like, okay, like no matter what, I'm going to take on that role of like
being a leader.
Being a leader on the field, off the field, no matter what. So I think we knew, us three captains, Lauren and Hannah Guidi, we all knew that it was going to be a transition, difficult year. We didn't really know what to expect. Neither did our coaches, and no one really at Stonehill in sports athletics kind of know what to expect. So I think the main thing that we tried to do was like, okay, we know we need to stay positive. It's going to be a tough year. We need to know that our team can rely on us. We're going to be great leaders. So I think the three of us kind of stuck together, and we knew that like day in, day out, like no matter what, everyone's going to come to practice. No one's going to be down. And I think we held that team mentality pretty strong this year, and it led us to have a fantastic end of the season. So that's kind of all you can ask for as a senior. Make sure your team has fun. Make sure everyone's smiling at the end of the day. So,
yeah.
And you want to make sure that the underclassmen know that like you play this game and you came here because you love it.
Yeah.
End of the story. So
nice. Well, sadly, I mean, at least you've told me that, and like everyone kind of knows, you suffered a quad injury. What was it like, going through that, not playing the beginning of your senior season? Like that's got to like mentally be like so tough. And then, so first that, and then what was it like playing again?
So I fractured my tibia over the summer. So then I was hurt over that. And then coming back, I would just have like these nicks and knacks of like injuries. So it was just like a mind game 24/7, being like, I would step on the field, feel great. Next thing you know, I would have something else that was hurting. So I think the biggest thing this year for me was like, no matter what, like, you can't get down on yourself. Like, like I knew it was my last season. I was like, I'm going to wake up. I'm still going to be fine. Like in the big scheme of things, I was like, if I don't stay positive, then I know the underclassmen or someone's always kind of looking up to you. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to show weakness. I'm going to like, I'll do it on my own. But like, you have to be strong out there because, other people are going through so much things, so much worse. So that was my biggest thing. And yes, like there's times when my team's playing and I know I could help and I'm just kind of sitting there knowing like I can't in that moment, but I can in a different way. So that either being like a leader off the field was like a big responsibility I had this season. And so when I finally was able to step back on that field, it was kind of a rush of emotions. Adrenaline kicked in. I was like, wow, this Division I girls are fast. So it's like I didn't really have a preseason. I kind of was just thrown into things. And I was like, okay, like let me catch up real quick. And I think relying on every single person on that team to be like, okay, like you're fine. Like you can play with these girls was like the biggest support system I had. My coaches, my parents, my teammates of all were like, Emma, you're fine. And I was like, okay, that's all I kind of need.
Yeah.
There was one time I knew I was kind of feeling like, my body's like, I couldn't tell if I was like, okay, I need to power through it. And Abby Murphy was like, Emma, you're fine. And that's all it took. And I was like, okay,
you're
I'm
right.
fine. So not overthinking, staying positive, knowing that you're a role model for people, like it just kept me going. And I was like, you know what? That's like the biggest thing I've learned about myself is like the inner strength you have to overcome things.
Nice. So for people that know the women's soccer team, they may have noticed a green armband.
Yes.
This season.
Lots of questions on that.
Yeah. Can you go into some detail on what that's about?
So in the very beginning of our season, our coach showed us a video from University of Florida Gators women's soccer team from a couple years ago, and they had these green bands, and their whole thing was to go green, meaning like you support somebody, you make a good tackle, it means you're all in. Like you're all in to help everybody, you're all in the game, practice whatsoever. And so our coach kind of wanted to stick with that motto because we knew no matter what, we're going to have to stick together this season. So when you see somebody else earn their green band or you see that green band on their wrist, it was like, okay, they're going all in, then I'm going all in. Like Lauren's going to make a slide tackle, then I'm going to make a great shot. Like it's just something to know that everybody's connected no matter what on the sideline. Like our coaches wore them. So it was just knowing that no matter what, everyone had your back, which I thought was pretty cool because going in this conference, no other team really had like this. Well, not that we really knew of, had like this idea or certain like aspect that kind of connected the team together. So I thought that was cool, especially a new Division I program to have something unique like that kind of marked our territory in that sense.
Yeah, like spoke on your culture, like so, like just the littlest thing that just spoke that like even though like yeah you might beat us, but like our team culture is going to like stand out beyond that.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
and we did.
Like watching you guys play, there were some teams that I was like, oh my god, they're talking terribly. But like your team, regardless, I feel like I don't know if it was through like captains or like coaches, like what do you think kept your guys' culture the way it is and like throughout the season?
I just think the amount of respect every single one of us has for each other. No one on our team wants to let anybody down, and that was kind of like a thing we had as captains. Was like, okay, like you're playing for every single one of like your players, and practice is where you make each other better. So like, yeah, you can go into tackle as hard as you want, but when you step on that field wearing the same uniform, that's when you have each other's back. And I think we definitely noticed it more this season. Like we noticed other teams weren't like us, and that was like, okay, that's where it was like, okay, like they can beat us in speed, but they're not going to beat us as one team. So,
yeah, nice.
All right, so kind of transitioning here. What's the best game you ever played?
Oh God,
on the spot.
On the spot. I was fortunate enough to play a decent amount my freshman year. And when we went to NCAAs, I scored the tying goal that led us to win, and at Jefferson my freshman year in 2019. That was like a surreal experience. I even get the chills thinking about it because that was like our first NCAA win in history. But that group of girls was so amazing. My class, we stuck it out in there. So, yeah, that was probably the best game. Very defensive game. We knew that once we kind of got that goal, we were like, okay, we're going to win this game. We need to sit back. We're going to play defense. We're going to – yeah, that was crazy. But definitely.
We'll put the clip in here.
Oh, yeah.
Stonehill been trying to respond ever since, and ball's in the box for Thompson. There's a shot and a goal for the Skyhawks, and they respond quickly. Looked like number 16, Emma Slade on that one.
Yeah. Emma Slade. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
So, taking it back to a game, have you ever gotten a red card?
No, I have gotten a yellow.
Oh, what was the yellow for?
Was it bad?
Freshman year, actually.
Okay.
I slide tackled someone in our box, and they got a free kick and scored. So, yeah, I got reamed a new one.
Yeah.
So thanks, coach. No, I'm just kidding. But then another girl came back on our team and scored like 2 minutes later. So I was like, it's fine. We're still winning. It's fine. So it kind of went out.
Shove it on the rug. It's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but bad. I kind of came from behind her, kind of slide tackled her. But yeah, I've only gotten a yellow.
Okay.
You can ask Hannah Copley about a red card.
Yeah.
Or Leanne.
Or Leanne.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. But yeah, only a yellow. I'm mellow out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
No. Unless, I'm not just kidding.
Leave it at that. What's the craziest thing that you've ever seen during a game?
Especially this year, you had to see some crazy things.
Oh, at Brown, let me shout out Brown women's soccer real quick. This girl did a flip throw in, and it went into the box. I was like, I kind of hope someone scores off that. That'd be awesome. But no, that was cool.
It's on like Sports Center top 10.
Yeah.
You're like, I made it, Mom.
Yeah,
Just not, but not me.
Against us, but no.
Uh-huh.
That team played beautiful, different level soccer. Lauren, your watch is interrupting.
Yeah,
me.
I'm so sorry. That's so rude.
Siri wants in.
Apparently so.
But yeah, that team played different level soccer. But yeah, especially this season, some Division I teams had some skill moves that I was like, whoa, Messi, whoa. Didn't know I was playing you, but yeah, Brown flip throw top. I was like, I'm playing with these girls right now.
Do you ever at least, I mean, for me, when like someone like completely crosses me up, do you go like, because audibly I'll go, wow, that was great. Like that was good. Like
a girl was blown by me. I'm like, slow down. But no, I'm like, yeah, I've done that a couple times. I'm like, wow, that was really nice. You can.
I'll let you.
Fine. I'll let you go. Like you can go right by me next time.
So, what are the thoughts on the new jerseys?
Personally, love them.
They're fire.
I like. They're good.
I was used to my men's like long sleeve, so final year I was like, okay, the white into the purple, like going out there and that I was like, ooh,
you're like, oh, I look good.
Media day, I was like, okay, no, it was I really like the purple jerseys, or not the purple, but our new white with the purple, really nice.
What sport would you play if you didn't play soccer in college?
And you're instantly good at it.
Yeah.
Instantly good at it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I've gymnastics.
Oh, okay.
I grew up doing gymnastics, but was like not good. So if I could be good at I was like okay, but if I could be like immediately good that I grew up playing softball.
Not for you.
My dad is gonna watch this and be like, Emma, no, my dreams. Yeah, gymnastics. I think that's so cool. They can do all those Simone Biles,
That's
those
impressive.
flips.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
What event in gymnastics specifically? You big floor girl or a vault girl?
I was gonna say I can't dance that well, so if I was like immediately good, probably floor, but vault to do those flips. Yeah, Beam, no, that's too small. I'd hurt
It's terrifying.
myself.
Absolutely not.
Any of that stuff, I'd hurt myself.
Yeah,
And
no.
it's just terrible.
All right, so we're going to go. This is a new segment that we're doing. It's called Fight or Flight. So we're going to ask you quick questions. You have to answer.
Rapid fire? Okay.
Rapid fire.
Okay.
Last time we gave Dave Sikowski, our previous episode, we gave him 45 seconds.
What am I getting this time?
Yeah, he had 13 seconds to spare.
So we're going to give you 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
All right.
8 questions.
Eight
questions.
questions.
Eight
Eight questions. You got
Easy.
it. Top of your head.
This is a competition I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm too competitive.
Don't
Yeah, you're
listen
way
to
too
Dave.
competitive for this. Just going to answer it in like 10 seconds. Okay.
All right, so we're going to switch off.
Okay. You start.
All right.
Ready, set.
Morning practice or night practice?
Night.
Overnight or day trip?
Overnight.
Purple or white jerseys?
White. Come on now.
Arm day or leg day?
Arm day. Hate leg day.
Long distance or sprint?
Sprint.
Really?
Sorry.
One song on your pregame playlist.
I'm gonna have to go with "Remember" by Becky Hill.
Okay.
Okay. One superstition.
Oh, I wear one sock inside out and the other right side in. And
Really?
People hate me for it.
Oh my god! And a quick pregame meal.
I'm gonna go with rice cakes.
At the
Okay.
buzzer.
At the buzzer.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Sponsored, not sponsored by Rice Cakes.
Rice cakes with peanut butter and a banana. If anyone's wondering.
That was my next question.
No
Yeah.
oatmeal?
Plain rice cake? No.
No, that's my breakfast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you so much, Emma, for coming. This is awesome.
This is so much fun.
And do you want to do the little closeout thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what else we say.
Thank you guys for tuning in here, and make sure to catch us back on the next episode.
Episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4.
Yeah.
Lauren, take it away.
Yep.